Hey, welcome to the Take Two Crew podcast show. I am your co-host Scoop.
What's up, everybody? I'm your co-host, Mike. Happy New Year, people.
This is legit the Take Two of the Take Two Crew.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's 2022. It's here, man. It's a new year. I'm so happy I didn't hear no New Year, New Me. Like I already punched somebody in the face if I heard it.
Yeah, that's true. And I ain't seen too many resolutions on Facebook this year, which probably mean they already broke them or they just ain't make them this year, which was good too. Either way, they would have been done anyway. So
I didn't start mine yet.
me neither.
Yeah.
Wait until February. That's what everybody talking about. Right?
I done lost January already. It's a lost cause. Let's go ahead and let's give it a full start in February, baby. All right.
Absolutely. Chinese New Year, that thing, man. That's what you gotta do.
Yo, did you what's on the agenda for today?
Man, we gotta recap 2021, man. A lot has happened. Some things happened right before 2021, ended. But for me, like, I'm gonna give you my top three. I would say the storming of the Capitol, I think, was insane. Like,
that should be everybody's number one. Like the Capitol storming was crazy.
I think that was a big eye opener. Also, COVID. Still, our beloved president said COVID would be over by December. And them numbers have just shot up like majorly.
Yeah.
And then for me, being a sports guy, was just watching football and basketball with no fans, man. Like, it's like everybody was just on a Zoom call, just watching it.
It don't matter for me for football. It doesn't matter whether or not we have fans or not. We're not going anywhere.
But you got loyal fans, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't know now because you notice New York fans in New York just they signed a lawsuit against the Jets and the Giants because they're considered New York teams, but they play in New Jersey, so they're not really New York teams. So they just signed this lawsuit. Let's see how far it goes. Yeah.
Wow. But that's been like that for years, though. Like, they've never been called the New Jersey Giants. Actually, back in the day, they were. Like, I think it was like the New Jersey Hitmen or something crazy.
But they don't play. They don't play in New York. They play like 45 minutes from New York, but they don't play in New York. It's East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, give us our respective teams. All right. So my top three things for 2021 was one, adjusting back to having to wear a mask and then not wear a mask, being vaccinated and then saying that you didn't have to wear a mask, to being vaccinated and saying that it doesn't even matter whether or not you got it or not. And then for them to saying that if you got the vaccine, it was supposed to work and cut COVID out. But people are still getting COVID who are vaccinated, which is crazy. Yeah. It's like there's no end to this thing, and it's always a new strand of it. So we had the Delta, Sigma, Theta, Omarion. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's too much, man.
Yeah. That's definitely an adjustment. I mean, for working in the hospital, we just wore it straight through. Now we're at the point where we got to wear our goggles again, and these things fog up quick. But now they got these little stylish ones that look like glasses, and it's like there's a new trend going around everywhere for these things. And New York, actually, I believe them, and I believe California have officially made their state the state for vaccination cards, like, to be present. I have a few people that I work with, that go, travel and things of that nature. Friend of mine just went to New York, and they were like checking you like they were border control.
That's crazy.
Let me know, vaccination card, ID, where you live at. Like this is like speed dating.
Not in Florida. Business is booming. Ron DeSantis doesn't care about none of that stuff, bro.
Yeah,
That's our governance. Like,
same thing here, man. It's real lackadaisical here. But some of the schools have been shut down where, coming back from Christmas break, it's been moved to remote for a couple of weeks. So my youngest daughter's school just went remote. And it's going to be another adjustment, man. So
do you think that they're going to end the school year that way, or are they going to go back into classes?
I think they're definitely going to go back into school. It's just a matter of time of when. I definitely think they're going to go back that way. I don't think they understand, just for me personally, let me speak for myself, just how hard it is to do remote learning. Like my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, she's autistic. She can't sit in front of a computer that long. She needs hands-on activities that, truthfully, I'm not equipped to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the activities and things of that nature, but it's more like, all right, cool. And then, my oldest daughter, they went remote for this whole week. And they should be returning back come Monday or Tuesday, I believe. And we'll see what happens. I hope everybody just stays in school. I don't need half of my kids in school and the other half remotely. It's going to be a lot. That's a big adjustment to handle. So
my kids been homeschooled for the past 4 years. So when the pandemic hit, they didn't know no different. We've been doing homeschool for a while. It's just interesting that everybody you guys are learning how to adjust, but I had to adjust pre-pandemic. So, it is what it is, but it just definitely seemed crazy. Like, nobody really has the answer when it comes to whether or not, we're doing homeschool this way. And then I think about, what about the kids who go to school to escape the harsh realities that they have at home? There's nowhere to escape. Or in situations like me, when I was growing up, one of the main reasons I went to school early was to get breakfast, because I didn't have breakfast at home. My mother and my father were, recovering addicts, so we had to deal with that. I went there for lunch, try to eat as much as I could. It's gonna hold me over, because all I was gonna get at home was one meal. Especially the weekends. I can't tell you the countless stories what we have to do to survive that way. But I don't know if I could survive in pandemic mode when I was younger and what my parents went through. So it's crazy to watch how the world is trying to adapt now.
Yeah, what I've been seeing is even during the pandemic, I would definitely give a kudos to the school district. Every day they allowed the kids to come to school to get lunch and go back home. Every day they would whether it's bag lunch or whatever, they gave them the opportunity to go to the school and go back home. Every day they come and get a lunch. My daughter's school is actually going to send a week worth of lunch home come Monday. I just got to pick it up, but they're definitely doing what they can, because I mean, to tell you the truth, it hasn't changed, man. Just be honest with you, it hasn't changed at all. Same way we grew up. Where sometimes we ate sleep for dinner. Was the same thing now. I think I would probably even say it's worse, because the parents are younger and less educated.
Yeah.
But for that part, man, yeah, it is. It has not changed at all, man. But
no, it's crazy. I did the math a couple of days back. I would say like 94 to 96 was like the beginning of struggle years. My mother started using drugs, and legit, she was 20, 23, 24. So she was young, but in our eyes, when you 6 or 7, you don't see that. You just see this is an adult, but you just don't know you don't put the age into perspective. But she was young too, trying to experience drugs, but they didn't have social media the way we had it. We see friends now who are using drugs, and we're like, that's crazy. I went to school with her. He or she was doing this and that, and then now you see them on my house. It's sad. It's sad, man.
Yeah. And as you get older, you begin to see that what we thought was so bad wasn't really our fault. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep my kids educated, but at the same time realize, you gotta know how much you got it, how good you got it, man. You got a mom and a dad that love you, and go to bat for you the best way they can. Even if you don't have what you need, you got every. If you don't have what you want, you got everything you need, and
Absolutely.
that is right there alone should be something to be grateful for. And they don't see and same thing with us. We didn't see, what our parents went through while we were sleeping at school or whatever, to make sure the light stayed on and working 2-3 jobs and, those things we didn't see. Great. I'm happy that the economy has improved, as far as financial services or, just more money being available by certain jobs. And that's been a great thing. Like with this COVID, everybody got a raise.
Yeah.
Even if you wasn't working, I mean, if you're looking for a job, they starting at this much money now because they need bodies that much.
But that's the problem. Like that's the issue that I'm having on my side is because we need bodies, but now we need quality. Like to do the work that we do, we just can't hire anybody who was, just picking up carts at Walmart. Like you have to have some form of common sense to do what we do.
Absolutely.
And then the problem is that because the government was giving out so much money, it was hard to get people in. It's like, if I could stay at home and get the same money you offering from unemployment and then from the stimulus, is like, they don't want to work. So, yeah, man, like I think this week I went through like 109 applicants. Constantly calling people. And it's like, at this point, I'm like, I'm trying to run out of minutes. Like, I don't want to keep talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, we need bodies because even though it may seem like it's slowing down to the outside world, but everyone is moving and grooving. So you're going to either get with it or get lost, unfortunately. But that's what we're dealing with, man. Trying to get good people to work, and I can't imagine like the ignorance of people not educating themselves on actually wearing masks. It's crazy sometimes, man.
Yeah. And it's funny because the people that are looking for jobs are still so picky. They're like, who hiring? I'm like, my job is, how much y'all starting at? Well, how much you make now? I ain't got no job. Well,
exactly.
It's better than what you're making right now. And you gotta work you gotta work at least 2 weekends a month. That's why I work overnight. So anything that needs to be done during the day, I do it and get it out the way. Like my son has a very busy basketball schedule. And unfortunately, I'm the only one that takes him to practice right now.
Coach Dad, bro.
So at the point, it is what it is. If I'm losing sleep, then I'm losing sleep. So, but I know he needs to be there. So, being a key factor of the team, he needs to be there. But everybody show up when it's game day, though.
All right, man. So let's talk about how excited you about to be on in 2 weeks. What's going on? What you got going on?
2 weeks, man. We are doing our first family vacation, man. And I think my fiance is way more excited than I am for this trip. Like she went out and we got a suitcase yesterday. She got new clothes, and I'm average Joe in it, man. You know what I mean? If you see me in Florida, you might see me with the dad shirt on, like. But yes, we are. Myself, my 5 kids, my fiance, and my mother-in-law. We're all taking a trip down to Florida. I'm extremely excited because it's our first family trip outside of with my ex-wife. Their family is great. They trip frequently. I think it's an awesome thing. But for me to be able to do this with my children without them, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens next year because this will definitely be the first of many for us, and so I'm so extremely excited to finally get out there. You've been trying to get us out there since you got out there, man, and we're finally doing it, man. It's nothing, we're excited, man.
Yeah, man. I love Florida.
Bucket list, man. It's definitely something on the bucket list for us to do together, not just as a family, but as a couple. And you know, we're fortunate that the opportunity presented itself, you know, to do it, even if it's just 3 days, you know, just the fact of change of scenery, you know,
Yo, man,
who knows?
it's good to get that. It's good to get that feel of a weight, like being away. That way
Yeah,
you could think. You could think different. The air is different in
yeah,
Florida. I like to say, but yeah, man.
yes,
Once
sir.
you get to see other sides of just where you're at, it kind of broadens your horizon. Like I got a cousin right now. She's in the Dominican Republic. She's in the
Mm,
Dominican Republic, and she's having a good time. And it's her first time going. And I'm looking at her pictures and her videos. Like, all right, let me get my passport. We want to head to
yeah,
DR. You know,
yeah,
all right.
that's next on the
And,
bucket list, man.
yeah, man, just to travel, get away. You don't have to work. Don't spend like my grandmother spent her whole life working, man. And then when it was time for her
Yes,
to retire, it was nothing that she could do because life things in life happen, unfortunately. But the farthest I think she's ever been, well, she said she went to Florida in like the '60s one time, but like recent within like the past 10 years before she passed away, they took a bus ride to North Carolina to see my uncle. But I'm like, yo, get on a plane and come to Florida. Or take the mega bus. They got a mega bus that goes from Jersey here for like dirt cheap, but you got to see something different, man. That's what
yeah,
I love about my wife's family. They always want to put the kids in things they wouldn't normally do and let them see different things. So,
yeah, yeah.
they
That's
got a different take on life.
living in the area that we live in. A lot of our kids only go to different places in different towns when it's sports related. You know,
Yeah.
nothing against the parents and stuff like that, but you know, going to Florida every year for a championship game, it's important. It's very good. You know, I want my son to get to the point where he's on a traveling basketball team where they're going to different cities. You know, hopefully my schedule permits, you know, allows me to do so as well. You know, because it's worth it. You know, you don't want to go somewhere and act like you've never been there. It's, you know,
Exactly.
one thing my mom always told us, you know, act like you've been there, even if you never been. You know, whether you're in the supermarket, the mall, what you know, on a bus ride to, you know, to Pennsylvania, you know, act like you've been there. So, but yeah, man, and it's just the first, like I said, it's the first of many trips, man. The biggest fear about me leaving was missing work. You know, oh, you know, you get to the point where you're working and you're like, oh, I missed 5 days. I got to figure out, you know, how much I got to make to get this back. And man, you know, the job I have is great, man. Where you know, PTO is a great thing, uh, and you take advantage of it. You know, I don't want to be that kind of person. I remember being in high school and the security officers that were there, they never took vacations until they were getting ready to, like maybe 2 or 3 years before they were going to retire. And they were just out and about. Like, you know, I don't want to accumulate so much time like that in my 50s and 60s that I'm not working no more. If that's the case, I might as well just retire early and just, you know.
Listen, if you when you die, somebody's gonna fill your position.
Absolutely.
Might
And
even
next,
wear the same scrubs you're wearing right now.
hmm
Like let's be honest. I used to think jobs needed me, but that's the thing. They're just jobs. So you're gonna
yeah.
stress yourself out and not be able to provide for your family, or you're gonna do like this year. I may coach.
Mm.
I may coach a pop Warner team, and if the time permits, just want to do some type of other activity, or I just want to be more. As me and my wife keep recording, like going dates and stuff, just want to be more active in doing that. So here we are.
Yeah. 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 That's definitely important, man. And that's the most important part too. When you get away, it ain't just for you, it's for your spouse, it's for your kids, you know. They see stuff too that they may not talk about, but they see things where, my daughter, man, she just one of her sixth grade classmates just passed away, man. It was like tough, man.
What?
Yeah, they lost one. No, he was like, he had a condition that I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? But he was a regular happy kid, and this, I believe, if I'm not, I don't want to misquote anything, but he was supposed to not make it past a certain age, and he superseded that age. You know what I'm saying?
God
And
bless his family.
just didn't
Yep.
make it. But my daughter's in the 7th grade, and it's like, man, it's reality, but it may be things that, like I said, that she's going through. And my son goes hard. Like the last 4 days he had basketball practice, and fighting COVID, before he got back to practice. But it was
Wow.
more of the emotional turmoil that he went through by not being there for his basketball team when they had a tournament. So, that messed him up more than COVID. But, and stuff like that just getting away, even if you drive, if you got to try, drive 10 hours with 5 kids, God bless you. But hey,
Hey, listen, man, I've done that Jersey to New Jersey. That Jersey to Florida trip, driving 16 hours in the car, got to get out, take a break, stretch, get back in the car and drive all over again. I've done it, man. I won't do it now, though. I'm flying.
No, man.
Flying, then picking up a Toro and then getting in the hotel.
It's tough, man. I haven't done it in a while. I think the last time I did it was maybe 20. Oh, that long ago, man. There was only 3 of us, and we stopped in Florida. I mean, we stopped in Atlanta on the way, but it's just a different feel, Nobody want to take that drive on a regular basis, man. So, but man, nonetheless, man, what are your expectations for 2022, man?
Right. Well, I got some stuff going on that I can't discuss on here, for legal reasons. But I mean, you already know what's going on, and good legal reasons, not like bad legal reasons. Like,
I was about to say that. I was just about to clear that up.
Ain't nobody going to jail, nothing like that. And I'm rebuking that spirit. I'm just got some things I just can't talk about here, But it's just a lot of excitement going on for 2022, man, and going into next year. But the thing is, what I wanted to focus on this year, not I don't want to plan out. I don't want to put stuff off that I can do today. So I don't want to. We got stuff that we're doing with our family that my wife set up. Okay, let's do it. It's not like, oh, we could do this next year. I don't want it to be that way, because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Like, just because COVID is rapid, there's other things going on too. People still getting hit by bus, heart attacks and whatever. Like, and not necessarily that's happening to me, but I just want to be in the now. Like, I spend so much time just working, like we talked about earlier, so I don't have to do that. So, me and my wife got our YouTube channel. We go on dates, so we got another date coming up soon. I picked out this date this time, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that. And then I don't know, man. Just new levels, new devils. Unfortunately, but I'm excited for that too.
Amen. And
as you're growing, like I realize that, like as you grow, it's just certain things you can't take everybody with you. Number one. Like I had to learn that the hard way. So you can't do that. Like, everybody's not going to grow with me. And the reason why I know that is because I sit back and look. There's some people who passed me, who we were on the same level, and then they just surpassed me. And I look at their success like, I'm happy for you. But I could have been there too had I would have listened. So now I'm just taking all that advice that I should have took years ago. I'm applying it to my life now, and it's working. So that's where I'm at now, man. I'm in a good, happy space. I get to smile. I get to smile more, man. This is the most I've smiled in a long time. Like, like even for Christmas, like the gifts I got my wife for Christmas, I killed it. She got me a reclining chair. I sit in that chair every day, man. I fell asleep in it a couple of days ago. It was the best feeling in the world, man. I was like, all right, I'm really getting into this. I'm really getting into this real comfortable mode of enjoying life. I'm with the person I'm spending the rest of my life with. I got my kids. I got good friends, family. Health is good. So I'm just enjoying life, man.
And that's important. It ain't about the number of people that you associate with. It's about the group that you have that keeps you, on a close knit.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You said something that's important. You said date night. and you said this time this time you're picking it. I was just doing a video on TikTok, unfortunately I didn't make the whole 30 days of love, man. I think I did like 12, man. But
run it back, Mike.
I will in March, man. We'll see what March feel like. But you said I want to talk about how important that is. When we are dating people, we can't allow our spouse to pick everything.
Yes.
And not just say because it's too girly or anything else of that nature. You have a say-so in where you guys go as well. And not only that, you don't want to be just caught up in doing what she wants to do all the time. It's feel like when I was growing up, I had a social life. My life was like, football, basketball, baseball, whatever, going to the movies, going to, staying out late. Bowling was like our thing to do. Like we went bowling every week. We went bowling 20 deep, just walking down the train tracks going over to Bradley Beach. But it was a social event. And I feel like as I got older, those things began to just stop. Like I just became all about work. Oh, I gotta work. I can't do this. I can't do that. And unfortunately, it cost me some relationships, it cost me some friendships, some life lessons as well. But at the same time, when I started dating my fiance now, it's been at the point where we were able to have fun together. And it was, and had I not chosen some things on date nights, wouldn't even know that she liked to do them as well.
Yeah, I didn't know my wife was an adventurous. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So, I'm going to watch her do skydiving. I'm going to watch it. Skydiving got a weight limit. It got a weight limit right now, I just seen the video and everyone's like, no, it don't got a weight limit. This big chick was trying to get in the air thing. There's this, like the eye fly thing, and like the air was not strong enough. So I don't want to be embarrassed because I'll hit the instructor in the face. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And you got to put the air on maximum when I get in there, man. Like super duty.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list for 2022, man. I definitely want to go. I want to start in the bubble first before I jump out of a plane. So.
Nah, man. I think you're starting it right. You got your vacation coming up, so that's a good start. You got the wedding coming up, honeymoon after that. So you got it lined up, man. So you just gotta stick to it, and you're gonna be good to go. And that's what it is for me, man. I'm gonna stick to it. Whatever she said we're gonna do, we're gonna do it. We pick them together. It ain't like she was like, oh, I want to do this. Like the last thing we did was make the candles. It was amazing. I know she wants to make like the clay stuff. I think that's gonna be dope. They got like food trucks. She likes to do food trucks and walk around festivals. We can do that. They got fairs. So a lot of stuff is lined up for us. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't got COVID. I'm just trying to clear my throat.
Just live in the moment, man. That's the most important part. Live in the moment, and make the moment worthwhile, man. That's, like I said, for me, definitely, finally getting married at the end of the year. It's been a long time coming.
Baby, let's get married.
September 4th, 2022. We're finally.
I'm gonna sing at your wedding. One in a million.
Yeah, okay.
Of a lifetime.
Right in the parking lot. You can have it all day, man. As everybody leaving, you can sing as much as you want to.
I'm gonna sing Jodeci. Do you believe? I was watching Jamie Foxx show. Believe in love. I got you.
All that in the parking lot. You can put your home show on right in the parking lot.
Yo, you gotta have like dance moves for the wedding. Like you can't just do your regular two-step. You gotta go get like salsa lessons or something,
Yeah. Man, listen, you put the music on, I'm gonna move, man.
No paint on your face though, Mike. You gonna have no paint.
I don't need the paint. I've done it without
Put a little bit under your peach fuzz right here. That way it's there. You just killing it.
We'll be
look at Mikey just moving so angelical across the dance floor.
Nah, we'll be all right, man. That's gonna be important, but we got it, man.
So. All right, man. So we want to thank you guys so much for just being a loyal supporter, hitting us up, asking us about when the next show is coming out, and also asking about merch. So we got merch coming out pretty soon within the next couple of weeks that we're going to drop. So it'll be a flavor for everybody. If you're up north, you're dealing with the snow, we're going to have some stuff for you guys. Or if you're down here in the sun, dealing with this crappy 80-degree weather. Like, we're going to, and I'm sorry, it's 78. It's pretty cold outside today. So, what's the weather like in New Jersey right now, Mike? Trash. Oh,
man, it is. I don't even know what it is. I haven't been out.
I know it's trash.
It is. It definitely is. I'm going to check on it right now.
I got you, man. Boom. Oh, man, y'all killing it right now.
41.
Y'all killing it right now, man.
80% chance of rain today, man.
Listen, you just got to, that's why you want to be in Florida. You just got to divide by weather by 2 to get to you. Trash. Listen, thank you guys again for tuning in. We're going to be more consistent. We're going to put out more content. And Mike, anything you want to close us out with?
Man, live in a moment, man. We talked about, what happened in 2021, and we're just moving forward with 2022, not just with vacations, but just in life, man. If you want to do it, do it, and if you can't, at least you tried, man.
Yeah, man. At first you don't succeed, find a scam so you can get there. Yo, I'm your boy Scoop.
It's your boy Mike, man.
All right, peace.